Thank you, Mayor Ward and the Village of Lockbourne for including us today. I am honored to be here representing Hamilton Township High School in the Purple Star Award. The Purple Star Award recognizes military-friendly schools that show a major commitment to students and families connected to our nation's military. The first round of schools to earn the Purple Star Award was announced on October 31st, 2017. Hamilton Township High School was the first of 8 schools to receive this honor. There are now currently 52 Purple Star schools in our state. 6 other states are now modeling the Purple Star Award program, making Hamilton Township High School the first in the country to be given this distinction. Hamilton Township High School earned this award because of its historical ties, forever connecting it to the Lockbourne Air Force Base. Since World War I, more than 645,000 service members have given their lives to defend our freedom. Hamilton Township and the Village of Lockbourne have had many of its sons and daughters included in that number. On this day, Memorial Day, we are asked to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice. We are here to celebrate the lives of those that never came home. I'm going to ask this audience to participate. If you are a Gold Star family, meaning you lost a family member during a time of war, please raise your hand to be recognized. Our nation is forever indebted to you and your family. We had our moment of silence to remember your loss earlier. But at this time, I invite you to say their names aloud for those around you to hear. Please say their names. Can we get a round of applause for James Holt? They may not have made it home, but especially on days like today, their names and memories shall continue to cross our lips, our mouths, and our hearts. Again, thank you and your family for your sacrifice. Many of you in attendance today stood shoulder to shoulder with those same brave young men and women. If you are a veteran that lost someone that you once stood beside, I invite you to please raise your hand. Let's give a round of applause. We as a nation have not forgotten the sacrifice of those who once stood and served beside you. We share in the pain of their loss. I invite you to say their names aloud for those around you to hear. Please say their names now. By saying their names, we continue their memory. Their legacy and sacrifice lives on with the breath you give to their names. I hope later today you share stories of these brave young men and women with those around you. In 2004, I lost Sam Bowen, Charles Wilkins III, and Ryan Martin. For Hamilton Township and Lockbourne, we recently lost Chris Dixon in 2004 and Chris Brown in 2012. Hamilton Township and the Village of Lockbourne have lost many service members during World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Many of those sons and daughters trained right here before they left for war. As a Purple Star School, our district has plans to make a memorial to remember the sacrifice of its sons and daughters. They will never be forgotten. Hamilton students and other audience members, would you do me a quick favor? If you have a family member, either currently serving or that has served in the past, please raise your hand. The drums of war are continuously beating. Evil knows no end, and threats to our freedom exists throughout the world. Freedom isn't free, and your families are tasked with keeping the world safe. Thank you. Those that had your hands up, you identified yourselves as ones responsible for sharing this information I'm about to share with you. You have an obligation to make your military member aware of resources that we, as a Purple Star award-winning school, have available. I have mentioned earlier that more than 645,000 service members gave their lives since World War I. This number does not include those that have taken their lives since they've returned. The 2017 VA Veteran Suicide Report indicates that roughly 20 veterans take their lives every day. This is a significant statistic that is rarely mentioned on Memorial Day, but with certainty, I can tell you, is linked directly to combat experience. As far as I'm concerned, the war took their lives as well. I lost Jason Marshall and Sean Saylor. I mention their names today not to disrespect their families, but rather to honor them. These young men came home, but never left the war. It is with a heavy heart that I admit that their lives were in our hands, and we didn't do enough to save them. As a Purple Star District, we want to make certain that we do all that we can to reduce and eliminate that number. Mr. Vince Payne has provided many links on our district website to various military resources. This includes veterans. I am affiliated with and will make materials available from the Resurrecting Lives Foundation, from Team RWB, and the Wounded Warrior Project. These organizations are dedicated to helping serve veterans, military service members, and their families. Mr. Pete Lupiba and Danny Akins from the Ohio Department of Education have tirelessly promoted many programs to assist military-connected families on ODE's webpage. Those of you currently serving, those that have served, and those with family members that are or were connected to the military, you have a duty to know those resources available to you. If you would like more information, please feel free to contact me. My email address is available inside over here. These resources include addiction services, scholarship opportunities, counseling, legal assistance, and service dogs. The Resurrecting Lives Foundation helps veterans with traumatic brain injury find employment, as well as a type of meditation that helps with PTSD and stress management. The Wounded Warrior Project and Team RWB offer physical activities followed by social events to help bring military families closer together. These resources go underused, but could potentially save a life. On Memorial Day, we remember and celebrate those that gave their lives while serving. We owe it to the families that lost their sons and daughters. We owe it to the children who will never see their parents again. Those that made it home have a responsibility to share those memories of those heroes that did not. They must never be forgotten. Freedom isn't free, and today we acknowledge its cost. Never forget, always remember, and thank you, and God bless.
Those are very touching remarks from Corey, and we thank him for what he has brought to light here.